Hey guys, it's Jaggle. We're back today with another Final Fantasy XIV guide. Today we're going to be doing the first extreme trial of the new expansion Endwalker, which is Zodiark's Fall. I haven't done this fight quite as much as I've done Hydaelyn, but I have managed to clear it a few times, so we're just going to kind of go over some of the mechanics to give you guys an idea of what they look like. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright guys, the first mechanic we're going to be dealing with is the Coquitos cast you just saw him doing. That's going to drop everyone's HP down to 1, so you can shield before it if you like, or just be prepared to heal up afterward. That's typically what I like to do. Now the next thing we're going to have to deal with, this is a little bit different than what we've seen in normal, is these birds. These birds are going to spawn a donut AoE on top of themselves that does a lightning attack. So what we're going to have to do for these guys is get inside their hitbox or on this little circle that's on the arena. You can see it here underneath our feet. There's one in each corner. That is going to be your safe zone for these guys. Okay, so we're going to stand inside there to avoid the lightning. It's about to go off. The next thing we're going to have is the Styx cast. This is going to be a continually hitting group stack soak. So we're going to need to shield and mitigate through this. It's a really good time to use like Sacred Soil on Scholar or Panheima on Sage. Something like that that's going to allow you to heal up after a bunch of stacks or do some damage mitigation. So just plan a cooldown or two for this and you should get through it just fine. Notice we have the lightning circles on that at the same time too. So the lightning circles will go off first and then the stack hit will go off continually over and over again. After that, we're going to meet back up in the middle. Anya is a tank buster. A tank needs to obviously take that by himself with mitigation. Again, guys, I am not a tank expert, so forgive me if I give bad advice there. And again, like I say, always, if you have any good like tank cooldown planning that you guys want to comment, I'll be more than happy to pin the comment so that information is out there, because I'm not very well educated in tank gameplay. Alright guys, and then we're going to have the shapes again, just like you've seen in normal. Now this is going to project outside of the portal basically the exact same way the shape is. So if we get the triangle, it's going to come out like this, because the triangle will sit inside the portal like this. Literally just going to be exact representation of what you see inside the portal. Also, the purple tether will always indicate a triangle and the red tether will always indicate a square, which is going to be the half arena cleave. This is a triangle here though, so we need to go to the northeast corner to avoid getting hit by that triangle AoE. He's going to cast another one up front, so we've got a double triangle AoE. We just want to be in the corner to avoid that. And as you can see, guys, we kind of like to keep going back to the middle after stuff goes off. It just makes it easier to in reference find things on your compass markers, looking around the arena, so it's always nice to reset mid. Alright, as you can see again, we're going to have two of the birds that are going to do the thunder circles. Back here, we also have two behemoths that are going to do meteors, and as you saw, Zodiark just went to the side here. He was positioned in the middle, and then he moved over to the side. What that is telling us is that he is going to do a line AoE through the corner of the arena, like so. So we need to get to the safe spot, which is going to be over here. Make sure that we don't get hit by that line cleave, and that we're inside the donut AoE for the lightning as well. So we have to deal with both those mechanics at once. And guys, this whole fight is just dealing with the normal mechanics, but more of them at one time with a couple extra things. So don't overthink it too much. Not crazy. That's gonna go off. That mechanic is resolved. Yeah, we don't want to be by the behemoths, or I like to call them the doggos. They will definitely kill us with their meteor cast. Alright, and then he's going to do Phobos. Phobos is going to put a really nasty bleed on us, as you can see from the party list over here. So we're going to make sure we shield and hot up after that. So Medica 2s, a sucker or some sort of shielding will be necessary for this. Alright, now you can see we're going to have a shape as well as two of the snakes at the same time. So what's going to happen here is we are going to have the half arena cleave from the square projection here. And then we're also going to have line cleaves coming out of the snakes. So there's only going to be certain places that are safe spots, like right here and right here in between those line cleaves. So what's going to have to happen as well is the arena is going to be turning counterclockwise. As you can see by the arrows on the outside of the arena, this is telling us the arena is going to turn counterclockwise. So we need to pre-position so that we aren't going to get hit by the snakes, and so that we aren't going to get into the square as well. So we're going to need to pre-position, because we're not going to move, guys. The arena is going to turn underneath us. If you've done this on normal, you know that's how it's going to work. So basically what's going to happen is if we're standing like up here on the edge and the arena rotates counterclockwise, we're going to end up on the edge over here. So those are kind of like your relative points to think about whenever you're pre-positioning for these mechanics. So we're going to want to end up where we're not in these line AoEs. The shape is not going to move. So the half of the arena that's getting cleaved by the square is going to stay the same. It's going to be over here. So we just have to watch for the line AoEs coming from the snakes as we get turned. Let's go ahead and watch and see how the mechanic's resolved. So we're all going to scoot up to the front of the arena here and to the side of the snake. So as this arena turns here, we don't get caught up in the line AoE. And you'll see how this resolves here in just a moment. So if we're in that front corner, it's going to put us in this front corner. That's kind of an easy way to think about it. Anya is going to be another tank buster. Obviously going to need mitigation for that. Alright, then we're going to have Paradigma and Adikia, I guess. I don't know if I'm saying that right, guys. But what's going to happen here is with Paradigma, we're going to get the snake summons, and then with Adikia, he's going to do where he beats his fist on the arena, just like in normal. And how that mechanic works is it comes out like this, in like a semicircle shape, and that touches in the middle. So your safe spots are going to be in the front or behind of that, and out of the line cleaves of the ads. Okay? So we've got line cleaves from ads to watch out for, line cleaves from the ads, line cleaves from the ads to watch out for, and also the fist to watch out for. We don't want to be in this semicircle, and we don't want to be in the line cleave. And as long as we are in a safe spot, typically right here behind the snake line cleave, it's going to go out about that far. So typically right behind it is safe, or right in the top of the meetup point of the two semicircles is safe. Alright guys, now Zodiark is going to spawn ads. It's really important that we get these ads down on time, so make sure everyone dots all the ads and kind of tries to pump on them, because if we don't get these down, we wipe. Now while these ads are out and we're attacking them, Zodiark is also going to be doing the shapes and the green line cleave coming from the front of the arena. These will cycle, and it can also be the square either. We have to watch for what patterns he's going to give. So when my camera turns here, you can see we've got two triangles and one of the green portals. So how this is going to work is we're going to have our triangle AoEs coming from the triangle portals. So we're going to have intersecting lines here, and then we're also going to have the big line cleave coming from this portal as well. So basically our safe spots are going to be up here and up here. So before that green line blast goes off and the triangle AoEs go off, we need to position in the safe spots. So don't be too greedy here, guys. The DPS checks aren't hard. Just do the mechanics and you'll clear the fight. We had some greed here, and we actually figured out after this pull to big brain, and I was just rescuing our Reaper back over to that point after this goes off. But now as you can see, we're going to get the other variation here. So right here we have a square in the middle and 2 line AoEs. So these are going to go off down the arena here. So those spots are not going to be safe. It's going to blast the whole side of the arena. So this middle will be safe. However, we're also going to have the half arena cleave from the rectangle AoE. So our safe spot is going to be down here, guys. Down here in the back center of the arena. Towards the C marker or south. Still damage and adds, you can see those resolve. Then we're going to move north to be in the safe spot, out of the triangle, out of the line cleaves. Alright, then he's going to do a big raid-wide damage, so make sure you shield and mitigate for that. That's going to be very important. Alright guys, now we're going to have Astral Eclipse. This is one that a lot of groups struggle with, but I'm going to try to break it down as easy as I can for you guys. So what's going to happen is Zodiark is going to rotate around the arena, as you can see, and he's going to leave these tethers to a pattern of stars in the sky. So what we're going to do is think about it this way. The arena is a waffle iron, and this is the lid. The lid is going to close on us, okay? So if the lid is going to close on us, then this top of this here is going to match up with the back of the arena behind us here. So these 3 spots are not going to be safe. The center is not going to be safe. Front's not going to be safe. This corner is not going to be safe. And this corner is not going to be safe. So our 2 safe spots are going to be right here on D, right here on C. Now, Zodiark is going to do this 3 times. So we basically have to move between the safe spots. So we're going to look at the first pattern, go to our first safe spot, then we're going to turn our camera, look at the next safe spot. I panicked here a little bit because I didn't know where everybody was going. We're going to go to the first safe. This is always a good place to pop your Scholar Speed Boost. Then we're going to run in, over to the corner, and we're literally just mirroring these images. Then we're going to have the 3 line bursts. We're going to dodge out and in. And we'll watch that one more time so you guys can see it, because I know that's really fast here. So there's our first pattern. Typically you would look over here and see the second pattern, but I'm an idiot and I was talking with my friend in Discord and he confused me about the pattern, so I kind of just followed him here, guys. I'm gonna be completely honest, but they're just gonna be repeating patterns of this, and I'll pull up another pool or something to insert here so you guys can see it better. We move to avoid the next astral, move to avoid the third astral. There you can see this one here, the one in the center, it lit up first. So this is the one that's going to blast first. So after we move wherever our safe spot is, we need to get into the middle of the arena to avoid the other 2 line blast. And we'll go out, then it goes off, we go back in to avoid the other ones. Alright, then we're going to have the birds and doggos again. This time, guys, it's going to be a little bit different. As you can see, the arena is going to rotate counterclockwise again, based on what we're seeing on these arrows out here on the edge. Also, something else to note, that this time there is this big red line down the middle of the arena. What this is going to indicate for us is a big wall of fire that's going to shoot up in the middle, and this is going to stay as the arena rotates. We don't want to get hit by this wall of fire, and we need to end up under a bird. So our best positioning for this, since the arena is going to go 1/4 turn, meaning that this corner here is going to end up here. So basically we would want to position under this behemoth. That way we're in the lightning circle for the bird whenever the cast goes off. Go ahead and watch here so you guys can see the mechanic resolve. So we want to be on a behemoth, that way a bird gets turned to us and where the fire won't go through us. So either one of those corners would have been safe, guys. Either options. There's always going to be 2 safe spots and 2 danger spots on a mirrored mechanic like that. Anya is going to be another tank buster. Alright, then he's going to channel another shape there. As you can see, we got the square. We're also going to get the corner AoE here. That's why we pre-position up. Now we're going to move to the northwest corner to avoid Zodiark over here. Same thing he did earlier. It's the exact same mechanic, guys. But maybe a different shape, different corner, but we've already seen this. We have another birds. Again, the arena is going to rotate. As you can see, it's going to rotate a different direction this time, guys. So we do have to watch for these circles on the outside of the arena. I know with the colors on this, it's probably kind of hard to see my pin here, but the arrows out there are always going to indicate where the arena is going to rotate. So make sure you keep that in mind when you're pre-positioning for these mechanics. You can also see that we have snakes here as well, so that means there's going to be a line AoE that goes off of these guys as well. Keep that in mind. We've got a line AoE coming off the snakes, and we've also got the donut AoE coming off of the birds. So we need to make sure we're inside these circles here. That's going to be our safe spots. Again, arena rotating. Avoid the wall of fire. We have wall of fire down the middle, line cleaves from the snakes, circles from the birds. Safe spots are inside the circles. Alright, I know that's like super messy and probably way confusing. I'm just trying to really exaggerate it for you guys. Let's go ahead and just watch how the mechanic plays out here and you guys can see what I'm talking about. There's the wall of fire. We're right outside of it. We're going to have the lines coming from the snakes. And then we're also going to have another stick stack during this. Again, mitigate and shield. This is really heavy damage. I find that it can be really good to use Sacred Soil here. Always nice for damage mitigation on that. Alright, and then we're going to have shapes again. We got a triangle this time. He's going to do more than one. We've got a square on the other side. Then we're going to have a square in the back. So we're going to resolve all 3 shapes. Then he's going to do the fist smash again. I literally always forget about this mechanic, guys. Don't stand there like I did. That one, again, by the way, is the one that is the half circles in the arena. So the safe spot's going to be right behind like the A marker. Then we're going to have another Astral Eclipse here. See our first pattern. Then we'll move into the safe spot. Remember, it's like a flapjack lid. It's like a waffle iron lid. This is the lid closing on us. So based on this pattern here, if this is the lid closing on us, this is what we're going to have. We're going to have this spot's dangerous. This spot's dangerous. Here, 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 and then here. And then our safe spots are going to be these guys in between that have no star pattern. Alright, that's not a spot there. I apologize. It's going to be the ones that don't have a star pattern. So this is going to be safe, safe, safe. Just think about it like I said, like it's the lid closing on you. The lid's going to close on you. Make sure you move into a safe spot. Sorry about that. Get that trash off the screen for you guys. Yeah, we'll watch our first pattern. Move into the safe spot for the second one. Move into the safe spot for the third one. And then as you can see, this time Zodiark also moved over to the corner. That means we're going to have a line AoE down the center of the arena after this. So as we're resolving the Astral Eclipse mechanic and moving through those safe spots, we want to watch which side we need to move to. Because basically we're going to have to immediately run either up here to this corner or out here to this corner after that goes off to make sure we're out of that line AoE that Zodiark's gonna do. Anya is another tank buster. We're gonna have ads again, animals again, doggos and birds, shapes. Purple, that's gonna be a triangle. Like I said, purple is always a triangle. Red is always a square. As you can see, we've got Astral Flow again, along with the line of fire here, and snakes. So basically, this is what they're gonna look like. Snakes are gonna do their big line cleaves. Okay, so that's gonna make this. Basically, this whole part of the arena is dangerous. This whole part here. And then we're also going to have the triangle coming out. So we're going to have that going out here, here, here. So this is all dangerous too. Alright, so there's all our danger zones. And then also, don't forget, we've got the arena rotating. So it's going to spin 1/4 turn this way. So again, if we're standing here at this corner, when it turns, we're going to end up at this corner. So we need to pre-position to make sure that we're not in any of these mechanics, guys. This is literally the same thing we've been doing the entire fight. Make sure you're on the edge of the arena that's safe, out of the line of fire, and not going to end up in front of the ads. The arena turns, we're right to the side of the ads, as you can see, pre-positioning in that little shape. Then we're going to have baited AoEs, make sure we move out of those. And then we're going to have another stick stack right at the end. Again, mitigate, heal through this. It's pretty hefty, but as you can see right here, my co-healer's dead, and I managed to get through it just with a couple GCD heals. Wasn't a big deal. Again, guys, don't worry about damage loss in this fight. FF Logs isn't even live yet. Just get the clear and get your gear. Purple Tether, that's going to be a triangle. Then we're going to have triple Esoteric Ray again, so he's going to shoot the middle first, and then he'll cleave the sides. So we need to resolve the triangle and the line cleaves at the same time. As you can see how we just did that there. Fairly simple. Alright, then we're going to have animals again. We've got birds and dogs. Then we're going to have a square in the rear of the arena, as the pink or red tether indicates. Then we're also going to have the line of fire down the middle, and a rotating arena. So again, just pre-position to where you're going to be not hit by the wall of fire and pushed into the bird ad. You will be safe here. We're gonna meet back up middle. He's gonna put the bleed on us again. Make sure you heal and mitigate this. Pretty nasty, so get some dots up, maybe a shield. Alright, now he's going to do shapes again, and he's going to do a few shapes this time, so we're going to have to run around the outside of the arena a bit here. So you can see we got a triangle, 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 triangle. So we're basically just going to run around the arena counterclockwise here, avoiding all the danger spots from the triangles and meeting up again up front. As you can see, Zodiark went to a corner again. So we just keep running around, avoid that line cleave down the middle of the arena. We're going to have another stick stack here. Again, shield and mitigate. You've already seen this mechanic multiple times. You know what's going on here. Alright, then we're going to have animals again. We've got birds. We've got a square. We're going to go to our corresponding safe spot, wall of fire again, and arena turn. Guys, at this point, it's literally just repeat mechanics. You already know what's going on. Just DPS the boss, do the mechanics, and congratulations. You've just cleared Zodiark Extreme, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed these guides. These are a little bit different than how I normally do my guides, so if you guys have a preference on like which method I'm doing, please let me know in the comments if you like the text guides or the voice guides. I'm totally fine with doing either one. I just want to be able to explain the mechanics the best I can to you guys. I hope this guide has been really useful and you guys are enjoying Endwalker, and Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.